Since its commercial birth in the 1950s, as a technological oddity at a science fair, gaming has blossomed into one of the most profitable entertainment industries in the world. The mobile technology boom in recent years has revolutionized the industry and opened the doors to a new generation of gamers. The first recognized example of a game machine was unveiled by Dr. Edward at the New York World's Fair in 1940. The game, based on the ancient mathematical game of Nim, was played by about 50,000 people during the 6 months it was on display. However, the first game system designed for commercial home use did not emerge until nearly 3 decades later, when Ralph Baer and his team released his prototype, the Brown Box, in 1967. The Brown Box was a vacuum tube circuit that could be connected to a television set and allowed 2 users to control cubes that chased each other on the screen. The Brown Box could be programmed to play a variety of games, including ping pong, checkers, and 4 sports games. During the late 1970s, a number of chain restaurants around the United States started to install video games to capitalize on the hot new craze. The nature of the games sparked competition among players who could record their high scores with their initials and were determined to mark their space at the top of the list. At this point, multiplayer gaming was limited to players competing on the same screen. The first example of players competing on separate screens came in 1973 with Empire, a strategic turn-based game for up to 8 players which was created for the PLATO network system. PLATO, programmed logic for automatic teaching operation, was one of the first generalized computer-based teaching systems originally built by the University of Illinois and later taken over by Control Data (CDC), who built the machines on which the system ran. In addition to gaming, consoles becoming popular in commercial centers and chain restaurants in the US, the early 1970s also saw the advent of personal computers and mass-produced gaming consoles become a reality. Technological advancements, such as Intel's invention of the world's first microprocessor, led to the creation of games, such as Gunfight, in 1975, the first example of a multiplayer human-to-human combat shooter. While far from Call of Duty, Gunfight was a big deal when it first hit arcades. It came with a new style of gameplay, using one joystick to control movement and another for shooting direction, something that had never been seen before. Real advances in online gaming wouldn't take place until the release of 4th-generation 16-bit era consoles in the early 1990s, after the internet as we know it became part of the public domain in 1993. Since the early 2000s, internet capabilities have exploded and computer processor technology has improved at such a fast rate that every new batch of games, graphics and consoles seems to blow the previous generation out of the water. The cost of technology, servers and the internet has dropped so far that internet at lightning speeds is now accessible and commonplace, and 3.2 billion people across the globe have access to the internet. According to the ESA Computer and Video Games Industry Report for 2015, at least 1.5 billion people with internet access play video games. Online storefronts, such as Xbox Live Marketplace and the YE Shop channel, have totally changed the way people buy games. Since smartphones and app stores hit the market in 2007, gaming has undergone yet another rapid evolution that has changed not only the way people play games, but also brought gaming into the mainstream pop culture in a way never before seen. Rapid developments in mobile technology over the last decade have created an explosion of mobile gaming. The gaming industry was previously monopolized by a handful of companies, but in recent years, companies such as Apple and Google have been sneaking their way up the rankings due to their games sales earnings from their app stores. 2 industries that could well play a key role in the future of gaming are virtual reality and artificial intelligence technology.